What's up, Toronto? I'm Topon.
I'm Vilander.
My name is Mark.
From Fuck the Facts, and you're listening to the best metal radio.
The Red Switch on 105.5 FM.
Fum.
First of all, you guys just got back from Europe. Tell us how that was.
It was great. It was a lot of fun. It was our second time there. The first time was fun. This time was even funner. We had a really awesome experience. We love going to Europe. Can't wait to go back. Yeah.
Any particular country or city?
It's funny. Last time we played, Italy was probably the worst part of the tour. This time it was probably the best. So Italy was really good. France has usually been really good, and Germany as well. It's been really good. So
It's not the first time I've heard that. Italy tends to be a bad country for metal shows in particular.
I heard it's a bad country in general. From what
For organizing anything.
A lot of touring bands. Like, there's been a lot of theft in like Rome and stuff, and just a lot of general sketchiness. But actually, this time that we went, the guys that booked the tour and our drivers and everything, they were Italian. So we ended up playing like 6 shows in Italy, and there wasn't one of them that was like a shitty show, you know. Whereas last time, both Italian shows were like pretty shitty.
You're saving the last shows for Quebec. What's it like coming back to your old place, your old stomping grounds? Is it nice? Is it like a welcome home sort of gig?
You mean, I guess like these are the, like last night we played Brantford and tonight we're playing Toronto, and this is our first shows back from Europe. And I don't know, man, the way I see it is like we play Canada, we play Europe, we play the States, and it's not like there's this huge margin. It's not like, you know, we're going to play Montreal and 600 people are going to come, and then, you know, we play other places. It's pretty much, our shows pretty much all float around the same thing everywhere we've played in the world. And personally, I really enjoy that. I like having that consistent kind of thing. I would not want to be a band that's just kind of huge in my hometown and then I leave and no one gives a fuck, you know? So pretty much,
It's always shitty.
yeah, we're like, no one gives a fuck everywhere we go.
So it's always shitty all the time.
Yeah. For us, it's awesome. I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of bands in our shoes would be like, why the fuck are you even doing this? For me, like, I love it, you know? We play in front of like 20 people or 200 people, I don't give a fuck, you know? It's awesome every time.
I would have figured your French fan base would have, I guess more people there. Is that not the case?
Depends. Sometimes.
Well, it's hard to judge. Like, we only played like 3 shows in our history in France. So how, like, it's hard to judge if it's working there better because we have French.
Or do you mean Quebec?
I guess French in general.
Oh. Yeah.
No, I mean Ontario is quite similar. Like turnouts, like we do not bad in Canada, and Ontario and Quebec are pretty similar. It's not like Quebec, Ontario, or vice versa. It's
Not play Quebec as often as we play Ontario.
Yes.
But it's pretty much, you know,
It's not on
the same.
purpose either.
No.
It's really just the way that it's come out, you know.
yeah, Ontario is bigger.
There's a
market.
lot of places to play pretty much everywhere, and it just comes out the way it is, you know. There's a lot of places we probably would love to play and just haven't had the opportunity yet. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe in France, part of having, like, you know, because some of our songs are in French, maybe it's helped us over there in some ways. Because definitely,
Hard to tell.
Well, helps us connect for sure with the crowd a bit better, you know, because we got songs in French, songs in English, so they suck in English like big time. So
Is it better to have the I guess the French lyrics or I guess a French influence in the music? Because I mean, Mel, do you write and vocalize most of the lyrics,
Yeah,
right?
Like 95% of the stuff. Yeah.
And do you sing most of it in French?
No, it's little percentages in French. Yeah. Maybe like 1 song per album, approximately.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We don't really, for me it doesn't really make a difference, you know. We're not writing French songs to corner a market or do anything of that sort. We kind of
Just happens.
just happens.
With 2 French-speaking people in the band, it's
Yeah,
just
you
naturally
know,
gonna be
like half of our band, you know, is French. Just makes sense. We're not gonna like not sing in French because of whatever reason, and we're not gonna sing in French because of whatever reason. we just do what we do, and whatever happens happens.
We're not smart enough to think about that sort of thing. We just kind of, we don't really have.
Now that we think about it, we'll go a new direction.
An all French
market, eh?
I'm out.
Well, you guys released have a new one out, the Unnamed EP, and you guys did that pretty much on your own. You did it yourself.
Yeah.
But you guys are signed to Relapse Records. Why not have the label hump you out with promoting and making the album?
Well, for one, it's an EP.
Yeah,
it's not an actual album.
Yeah, it definitely shouldn't be mistaken for a new full-length album, because it's basically just like, 3 new songs, a couple of re-recorded, and I guess one almost like interlude type song. But basically, I guess the opportunity wouldn't have been there anyways. I don't think Relapse would have been interested in releasing it. We didn't approach them about it. We just said we were going to do it, and they didn't have a problem with it. So we really wanted to go the DIY route. That's just pretty much the way the band's always worked. We do things ourselves because I don't know, there's no nice way to put it. I'm constantly disappointed when I wait for other people, And it's not a bad thing. It's just like there's no one out there that's gonna give a fuck as much about my band as I do. We're gonna fucking kill ourselves, promoting a 7-inch and doing all that. And for someone else, it's not profitable. For us, it doesn't matter that if it's profitable or not. So they're not going to invest their time into doing it. So when it comes down to doing a lot of the shit for the band, yeah, we're happy doing it ourselves, because then if it fucks up, at least we can blame ourselves and not other people.
Yeah. So if it fails, it's only your fault.
Yeah, and then we learn from our mistakes, and hopefully we don't make the same mistake again.
Yeah. You guys have put out a lot of albums, and not with the same lineup. I mean, it's changed over the years. Do you ever have to go back and revisit the old songs, like relearn them, or do you play the old songs still in live sets?
There's if you want to look at the whole history of the band, like there's no way we can remember, or I can remember every single fucking Fuck the Facts song that was ever put to some sort of media. But yeah, definitely, sometimes we have to go back and relearn songs, because whenever we put out a new release, we kind of try to play the new shit as much as possible, and once in a while we want to bring back some old songs or switch it up, and we have to go back and relearn them a bit. Usually it's not that difficult.
Most of us is just learning it for the first time anyways.
Yeah, sometimes it's learning it for the first time, because a lot of our older recordings were pretty much just studio recordings, and later on after they were out, we wanted to play them live. Then we were like, okay, how the fuck are we gonna actually do this live? So yeah, sometimes we have to deal with that.
Is there much of a change from live performances to your recorded stuff? I mean, like, kid fans expect something different from seeing you guys live instead of buying the CD and hearing it there in their own bedroom?
Personally,
It changes a bit, for sure.
It changes a bit. Like, we're by no means like fucking Dream Theater musicians, so we're gonna fuck up, and it's, we try and play our shit as best as we can. We rehearse a lot and make sure that we're gonna do it, and definitely we make an effort to, when people go and see us and they've heard the songs or the album or whatever, that they're gonna be like, oh cool, this song, because I don't like it when I see a band and I have no idea what the fuck's going on. But at the same time, there's gonna be a few little changes. We don't want to be limiting ourselves, either in the studio or live in any way. So
well, you have to adapt yourself to where you are and what you're doing.
So I guess it's not overproduced when you write it.
Overproduced?
Yeah.
In what sense?
There's a lot more fun things in a recorded album that you can't see live, like
yeah, there might be. Sometimes, we'll throw in a little, I guess, like some samples, but a lot of those we can bring to the live setting, but there's sometimes in the studio, there's a few little nuances, I guess, that you won't really get live, but yeah,
that's part of it.
Yes.
It kind of
it is.
I guess it just comes before, you just write the album and then you learn how to play it, like, oh, we couldn't do this live, so we probably shouldn't do it. We're not really thinking about it live as we're, sort of writing it. writing what sounds good. I think.
Well, it's just a different experience.